You don't hear that word often enough. I think it's time to bring ravishing back. Oh, Susan, this soup is simply ravishing. You wanna know why Rick Rude's the coolest? Because Rick Rude had a long and storied professional wrestling career, but the best thing that he ever did in wrestling doesn't even have to do with him wrestling. It's the night that Rick Rude appeared on Raw and Nitro. So if you've been watching these episodes, you've seen the story of the Montreal Screwjob, where Vince McMahon pulled a fast one on Bret Hart and sent him packing from the WWF in a pretty shady, sketchy kind of way. Rick Rude didn't take too kindly to the way that Vince treated Bret and decided, you know what? I don't want to work for this company anymore. And Rick Rude at the time was not under contract with the WWF. He was getting paid per appearance. So when they did that to Bret, he was able to say, you know what? Screw this. I'm leaving. And I'm gonna go to your opposition, and I'm gonna go to the WCW. Rick Rude, who was a original member of DX, one of the most important factions of all time, went and jumped ship to WCW and joined the NWO, another one of the most important factions of all time. So Rick Rude, a man who didn't wrestle a match with either, was actually a member of DX and NWO, like, at their peak, at their pinnacle, which is crazy. The really crazy thing about this whole ordeal is that it happened the same night. This is during the peak of the Monday Night Wars when Nitro and Raw were going head-to-head on TV against one another, and it just so happened that that week Raw had been pre-taped, so Rick Rude's appearance on the show was already finished, which allowed him to head over to WCW, which taped their show live, and appear on screen there. And on one fateful evening in the late 90s, Rick Rude appeared on WCW television and WWF television, and it was like, whoa, there's Rick Rude everywhere. It's like that dream I had. It's like whatever channel you turn to, there's Rick Rude in a suit, but he'll fight you. And then just as like a little cherry on top, he also appeared that week on ECW television just to complete the trifecta. And for 1 week, Rick Rude basically owned professional wrestling. Needless to say, that's never been even close to done again. And good for Rick Rude, man. You know, just goes to show, if you gyrate your hips for enough years, you'll eventually work for many companies. That only made sense after I said it.